Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 11 of the best sports show out, highly opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the best co-host in the game, Tim. What's up, my brother?
What's good? What's good? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. We got some pretty decent football this weekend, so I'm ready to talk about it.
Absolutely. The best producer in the game, ladies and gentlemen. You know his name, Ross. What's up, brother? How you, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling, Josh?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I know you fighting under the weather. So we appreciate you for being tough. You feel me? So you're the best in the game, man. So we appreciate you for making us look good as always.
Already. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very great show for you in store. Make sure you guys tune in and watch. Ross, tell you where you can follow us at and follow us on socials. Go ahead, Ross.
Of course, man. Follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __ and follow us on X at highly O _ SS. And of course, you're already on the YouTube, so go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We will
Absolutely.
Hey,
comment back.
I just got something quick to add. We had 39 followers. When we get to 50 followers, I got $50 for the 50th follower. That's how we just going to do it. When we get to 50,
Okay.
I
This
got
on you talking
$50 for
about?
the
It's on
50th
YouTube.
on YouTube. We
Okay,
got
50
39.
subscribers, yes sir.
Yeah, we need 11 more. So once we get to 50, I got $50 for the 50th follower.
There's no, ladies and gentlemen, there's no cap on this show. My co-host
Yeah,
seriously.
I ain't
Yeah,
capping.
we don't do no capping on here. We ain't hard to find. Trust me. Some of y'all done tried to find us, so we ain't hard to find. So we right here. We appreciate that, Tim. You found me. So that 50th subscribe on YouTube, you get $50 from Tim. So whoever
Screenshot
that
it,
50
whatever you
person
gotta do.
is,
Screenshot it. Send it to me.
screenshot it, send
I'll
it to
take
us
care of it.
on the highly opinionated. It could be Instagram, you could direct message us, whatever, and you'll get that $50. We want to thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for following on our Instagram, following us on Twitter. You guys are the best. Again, we're going to keep striving to be the best sports show out. We're going to keep giving you guys the content that you want. Thanks again to the best producer in the game, Ross. You are the best. Tim, you ready to get it popping, my brother?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. Week 9 in college football. Week 9 college football recap. It's week 9 already. I mean, can you believe it? Like, this season's just going by so fast.
Quick. Yeah.
Quick. Let's start off with the first game from last week. Number 16, LSU. Number 10, Texas A&M. Texas A&M, as you called it. I picked LSU. You picked Texas A&M. Shout out to Mike Elko. Texas A&M won 38-23. Nussmeier from LSU had three interceptions. He had 50 passing attempts. I felt like that was too many passing attempts for him. LSU had two receivers go over 100 yards, Anderson and Lacey. Anderson had 3 catches, 126 yards and a touchdown. Lacey had 5 catches, 106 yards. But that Texas A&M run game and that Texas A&M defense showed up when it mattered most. Moss and Daniels combined had almost 180 yards, 2 touchdowns combined. So they ran the ball, played defense, and when the time got right, Mike Elko got his first signature win at Texas A&M.
Yeah, man. To piggyback off that, man, A&M, man, they played great defense, honestly, man. That's what really got them to win in this game because offensively it was a struggle. They actually made a quarterback change to Marcel Reed, and I felt like LSU hasn't seen him in his dynamics with his legs. He ain't do a whole lot, but you could just tell it was like a different energy when he got in the game. So, and he only had 2 pass attempts for 70 yards. So, I mean, he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't throw it all over him. But at that point, they just needed somebody that was better than Wegman. At that point, you know what I'm saying? So they just needed somebody to drive the car. You know what I'm saying? Just don't crash it. Just drive
Just
it. You
don't
know what I'm
crash.
saying? So,
Just don't
yeah,
crash.
you know what I'm saying? That's all he had to do. So, shout out to A&M, man. Elko, man. I like
And
it,
Reed,
man. I like
and I'm sorry to cut you off, my brother. And Reed, his ability to run with the ball, run as a quarterback
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. He's
So,
it's a
like you
different
said,
dynamic.
dynamic. He threw the ball 2 times, had 70 yards, so he wasn't terrible. He only
Right.
threw the ball twice, completed 2 passes. This Texas A&M team is the only undefeated team in the SEC. So my quick question to you is, will that? Not, I don't necessarily say it continue. I think they'll lose at some point throughout the season. But do you think they'll be one of the 2 teams playing in the SEC championship game?
No.
You do not.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Uh, just to be fair, I'm pulling up their schedule now. Their remaining schedule: Week 10, they play at South Carolina. I know how much you love South Carolina. That's definitely a tricky game after coming off that LSU home win. Week 11, they have a bye week. Week 12, they play New Mexico State University, a bye week. Then they play week 13 at Auburn, and then week 14, they finish the season out at home against Texas, which could be for
Yeah,
you right to go to the SEC championship game.
championship. Yeah, that's the game.
So I like what I'm saying from Texas A&M. Hopefully they can continue it. Shout out to Mike Elko again, big signature win at home. That's something that it took Jimbo years to do. Jimbo's signature win was against Nick Saban, I think the year before he got fired. This is Mike
Yeah.
Elko's first year with a signature win, so congratulations to that. The next game that we're going to go over, this was a blowout. Notre Dame beat the hell out of Navy, 51 to 14. Navy turned the ball over 6 times. And when I say turn the ball over, we literally mean like handed the ball to Notre Dame. So Notre Dame said, okay, shit, let's capitalize. And they did. They scored 51 points. What was your thought process on this game?
Yeah, not much. Navy just didn't look ready for the moment. Like three of the turnovers that I saw myself was unforced by Notre Dame. It was the quarterback just dropped the ball, kicked the punt, return and fumbled the ball, nobody around him. Like it was just, and then the other one was a toss play. Like they just wasn't ready for the moment. It just looked like, you know what I'm saying, Notre Dame just, they heard Notre Dame and 12 o'clock ESPN, and then everybody got jittery. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
shout out to Notre Dame, man. They needed to win, and they got an impressive one.
No, they did. They got the win. Riley Leonard played well at the quarterback position, 13 to 21, 178 yards, 2 touchdown passes. He ran the ball for 10 attempts for 83 yards and a touchdown run. Love the running back, 12 attempts, 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. So they play smash mouth football. They play the type of Notre Dame football that we know them: run the ball, play action, feed off of that, play good defense. This Notre Dame schedule, I said this was a big win for Notre Dame. They lost to Northern Illinois, so they can't now. They can't. When you have when you play a ranked team, they have to win. Notre Dame's remaining schedule, they have a bye week, week 10, which is this week coming up. Week 11, they play Florida State at home. Week 12, they play Virginia. Week 13, they probably have another ranked matchup against Army. And then week 14, they play at Syracuse. So I think the road is set up for Notre Dame to make the college football playoff. One thing they have to do is just keep on winning, and they should be in the 12-team playoff.
No, definitely.
Last game that we're going to go over from last week is the number 1 team in the country, and they look like the number 1 team in the country. The Oregon Ducks beat Illinois 38-9, and honestly, I watched this game. It was never really that close. It really felt like Oregon had 70 and Illinois had nothing. What was your thought process on this game, my brother? Before you go,
Yeah,
I'll just say this. Oregon, to me, right now, they're the best team in the country. They have the one by their name, and they continuously go out and show it every week.
yeah. So I mean, we picked Oregon to win, but I thought the game would have been a little bit closer, and I was
Thought
completely
that.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Gabriel was 18 for 26, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 rushing. I think he's just keep making his Heisman candidacy case. So, they look good, man. Altamaya and Illinois didn't look good, but they get a chance to bounce back this week versus Minnesota. So, what I'm saying? A good win for Oregon. I don't think they're the best team in the country, but we'll see, what I'm saying, when they keep playing some more games.
Who's the best, in your opinion? Who's the best team in the country right now?
I still like Tennessee, man. I just
Okay.
think defensively, just what they do defensively, it's hard to score on them. So offensively, I think if Nico I can hit on some of these deep passes, man, I think they really a tough out for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I like.
Okay. Okay. Well, the great thing about this 12-team playoffs is that essentially everybody's going to play each other. You got elimination games. I.e., in a couple weeks, Alabama goes to LSU. Whoever loses that game, they are eliminated. So
Yeah.
you have elimination games now. So uh, let the season play out and progress, and we're gonna find out. But you think Tennessee's the best right now? I would have to say Oregon right now. I don't think Oregon's going to win the championship, but I think currently right now they're the best team. Let's preview Week 10 of college football. Let's start off with arguably the game of the day. Again, you could make a case every one of these weeks. You have a top 5 rank. It's the game of the year. So you have the number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes at the number 3 Penn State Nittany Lions Saturday, 12 o'clock. Fox, Gus Johnson, Joe Klatt, Jenny Taft on the call. Who you like?
So this game, man, it's difficult because my boy Franklin, man, boy, in these big games, man, you let me down, man. So we gonna see what they're about, man. Ohio State with Howard. I always get the receiver name wrong. What is Jeremiah Smith?
Jeremiah Smith, yes, sir.
Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith. They looking good on offense.
Emeka Ibuka.
And Magabuga, they got a nice offense, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think, man, the stadium gonna be rocking. Defense gonna be play ball. The defensive Penn State gonna have to have the game of the year for them to win this game for defensively. Drew Allen is gonna have to have some vertical passes though. Like it ain't gonna be no 5, 6 yards all day because Ohio State does play defense. So I'm gonna go with Penn State at home, man. I think Franklin finally beats a top 5 opponent. I'm going Penn State at home.
So Ohio State is the more desperate team coming in because they have one Big Ten loss to Oregon.
Yeah.
So money going in would say Ohio State is the more desperate team. But I actually think Penn State is the more desperate team, which allows me to say I'm picking Penn State to win the game too. Now I do have a question about Drew Allen being hurt because he suffered an injury in that last game against Wisconsin. By the way, that was we didn't talk about that. That was a big time win on the road at Wisconsin. Wisconsin might not be the best team, but still going on the road in that environment. That was a tough, gritty game for Penn State. So that was good to see them do that. But I'm gonna take Penn State. And this Penn State, me taking Penn State, this actually happened a couple weeks ago. When Penn State went on the road and beat USC, and if you watch the game or how the game played out, Penn State, I thought was going to get blown off the field because USC was just shoom, going up and down the field at the beginning. But Penn State got their mojo together. They got their flow together. I know the tight end had like 30 catches in that game, 21 catches.
Yeah.
But for me, I think Penn State can win this game. I like Penn State. They're at home, like you said. And I just think it's time. I think it's time for Penn State to keep chopping wood to put their name up there in the upper echelon with the best teams in the Big Ten. So give me Penn State at home. The next game that we're going to go over is number 10 Texas A&M off that big win at home against LSU. They're going on the road. They're playing one of Tim's sleeper teams, going down there to South Carolina to face those Gamecocks. 7:30 Saturday night. I'll start us off. This is a tough one because I like Texas A&M, but this is the type game South Carolina would win, could win. You already said you don't have Texas A&M going to the SEC championship game, so why not here? Give me South Carolina in the upset. I like the Gamecocks at home to beat Texas A&M.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. I was sitting here, and the reason why I said I didn't have Texas A&M going to the championship is because this game right here. I feel like they're going to lose this game right here, which is going to deter them from the championship. Man, I think South Carolina coming off that bye, man. And what better way, you know what I'm saying, just to stake your claim as a program and as a head coach to get a top 10 win? Recruits all the recruits going to be there anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This
the game they bought them in. That night game, 7:30?
Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, I got a game for you to come to. You get to see everything. Yeah, man. This that setup game for Texas A&M. I really feel like offensively they didn't play well last week. I know for sure if Elko start Wayman, man, he tripping. Marcel Reed better start this game, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, I like South Carolina as well, man. South Carolina with the upset.
And also with Reed, if they do start Reed, because he would be a fool. I don't think Mike Elko's a fool, but he would be a fool, in my opinion, to go back to Connor Blackman. So to start Reed, now this is his first true road game.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy environment, 7:30 games on ABC. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. So first road game. So yeah, I like South Carolina in this one. I think Texas A&M is a definitely much improved team. But I just think wrong spot, wrong time. And one thing about these schedules, one thing that we never think about especially when we talk about college, is the scheduling. Like the scheduling really matters when you catch breaks, who you get before bye week, after bye week, like who you play, like
For sure.
you know. So that really matters too. And I think Texas A&M got a little raw deal with this. I know at home you playing LSU, but the week after to play another physical team in South Carolina, it's tough. So we both on the Gamecocks. The last game that we're gonna go over is number 18 Pitt at number 20 SMU. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this game is Saturday at 8:00. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking that this game is actually somewhat not important, but actually it's very, very, very important. Pittsburgh is undefeated. SMU has one loss. And I'm pulling up the ACC standings now. SMU is undefeated in conference, and Pittsburgh is undefeated in conference. You have 4 teams undefeated in the ACC. Clemson, Miami, we know about those 2 teams. Pittsburgh and SMU. So this game right here decide who's in that third spot, right under Clemson and Miami. I'll let you start us off, brother. Who you like?
So SMU coming off a game versus Duke where they didn't play good football, and I don't like using the word should have lost, but the loss was the loss looked for real. They was close to losing that game and winning. Jennings ain't played well with quarterback. Pittsburgh is coming off a defensive masterclass versus Syracuse. The boy Kyle McCord threw 3 pick sixes. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen
that. I'm sorry, cut you off. That was a Thursday game, so I'm flipping through the channels before the Thursday night football. It was the Vikings and the Rams, and then they had the NBA, the Spurs and the Mavs was on TNT. So I'm watching ESPN, flipping through before the other games come on. And by the time I flipped back, he had 1 pick six. By the time I flipped back, he had another one. I'm like, damn, Pittsburgh just scored. They just scored again. So it's crazy.
Yeah. So that defense, you know what I'm saying, it's looking crazy. And they got a running game. The running back, I forgot his name. He pretty real good. So I'm gonna go SMU at home. I think they played better off that Duke performance. But it's gonna be a close game. I got SMU probably by like a field goal.
Well, SMU's favored by 7.5. Would you take that down? Or would you take it at 7.5 or take it down?
Yeah, I'll take Pitt right there at 7.5.
Okay. I would take Pitt 7.5 only because of that defense is a masterclass. They get as Kyle McCord learned, they got sticky fingers. So when they get their hands on the ball, they gonna catch it and do something with it. I am going to take Pittsburgh on the road. I think that defense will travel. I like Pat Narduzzi as the head coach. I believe in their offensive system. I believe in what they got. Again, they came out 41 points against Syracuse last week. They have Holstein, the quarterback, went 11 of 15, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I just think Pittsburgh, as long as they don't turn the ball over, which again, Pat Narduzzi will make sure they got that in them, to not turn the ball over. Give me Pitt on the road to beat SMU. And a game that really matters in the ACC standings, like I said before. This is a backhanded game, could decide who gets to the ACC championship game if something happens with Clemson or Miami.
For sure.
Absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, that's our wrap on college football. Good week last week. Hopefully this week is even better. As the college football season starts progressing, we'll start to see more and more big games every week as we're seeing now, and we'll finally get down to those 12 teams. Next week, we're going to give our, and we're saying this now, we're going to give our revised 12-team playoff picks. If we think the teams are going to make it, we'll keep them in. If we have some teams that we thought were going to be good and aren't good, we'll drop them out and add some other teams. So next week, make sure you guys look out for that. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Highly Opinionated. As you see, we have a special guest with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching your best sporting events, the best camera operator that I know. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jerrod to Highly Opinionated. First time.
Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you, fellas. Thank you.
Man, long ways from Calvin Hall lunch tables, man. Look at you.
Yes, sir. Long ways, bro.
Long ways, man. Congratulations on all your success, my brother. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. Thank you for this, man. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as I said, you're a camera operator. If you don't mind, I'd like to give my audience a little glance on that. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what made you get into the field? What made you love that, and why you doing it?
Well, it started back at Carvajal. You already know. Everybody know me, cameraman now. I was running around campus taking pictures, following the football team, following the basketball team. So basically, after high school, went on to college. Was like, did a year at West Virginia. This ain't for me. This ain't it. So I'm trying to figure out how I could still take pictures and be in the world. So I went to a little trade school here, and then up from there, interned at Hopkins, shooting ad games, moved over to Loyola, freelancing, where I'm at now, still been for 10 plus years. I produce all the games for ESPN Plus there, so if you ever need something to watch, come on, watch the Greyhounds on ESPN, support us, for real. And then from there, just building. So now with the Orioles, do some Ravens preseason, I do Wizards, Capitals, I just got back 2:00 this morning because I did the Brooklyn Nets game last night. So I'm all over.
Hardest working man in the game. Well, you're absolutely the perfect person to have on here. Obviously, highly opinionated. We just starting this up. What advice would you give someone that's starting up an adventure, like i.e. a TV show or show, not even a TV show, but just anything in general, a podcast, a sports show, relationship show, etc.
I
What advice?
say anything like in this industry is crazy because people act like I can tell you like I haven't used a resume in 6 years. Like it's all like what y'all doing. You reaching out, you networking, you grinding, you just put the work in, and you see somebody you know that's in this position or know somebody in that position, go shake that hand. Like you really can't be scared. It's really about like who you know, like because once it's really who you know first, and then you show them what you know. Because you can be the best photographer out here, best podcaster out here, and then like if ain't nobody seeing it, they got the pull, then I mean, it's for the people. But you gotta keep grinding, keep building audiences, and then that right person to see it, that right person to put you in that position. That's why I always say, just shake a hand, keep a smile on your face, even if it might not be your best day, but like they won't know it because you never know that person might plug you somewhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, was camera work always your passion? Like, did you start when you was younger, or was it something that you like grew into?
I kind of I really grew into it. Like I said, I went from, I always tell the story like I didn't pick up a camera till I was in high school. And I really only picked that up like I was a baseball player, love sports. I ain't make the team there, so I was just find something to do. My man was like, "Oh, come take pictures, test this out." Picked up a camera, and then from there, like even after that, I was a photographer, something to do on the side. I always like y'all, like I wanted to be on air. Like my dream, I was gonna go to school, be a broadcaster, be on ESPN for real. Let me do my sports thing. And so I just got my opportunity to slide behind the camera, TV wise, and like that just took off. It was just easy. Like I always had the eye for it. So once I figured like, all right, I can grow more in this on this side, I'm gonna put my effort in there. While still, like I used to have a radio show back in the day, like talking sports and everything. So still did that on the side, but I realized like this is where I can get to the
Lane.
top. Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. So it picked me, I guess. It really almost picked me.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great thing when you find something that when you like meet halfway, passion that you love, and you come, it's like, all right, let's meet halfway. Let me fall in love with my passion. That's a great thing. It's a great skill and great trait to have. And great thing to have happen.
Exactly.
So you said you've done a lot of events on the East Coast. What are some of your favorite events to do? You just said you came back from a Brooklyn Nets game last night.
Yeah. I will say some of the top ones, like if I'm putting together my resume, what was that, 3 years ago? I did game six NBA finals when Golden State beat Boston in Boston. That was big because another CAC guy, Damian Lee,
Damian
got
Lee.
his ring, yeah, with the Warriors. So I got to do that. I did the NBA draft in 2019. Was there for when the Caps won the Stanley Cup championship. I did playoff games during that run. The Orioles seasons last few years and a few playoff games, even though we can't get out the first round, but been around for that. And it's just events on events that like even I had fun doing like College Park homecoming. I just did Bowie State homecoming, just games like that, just to be in the atmosphere. I feel like all those games are just fun and entertainment and to be around. And I always, like, as I say, for me, I always say, like, I got floor seats, front row seats, like people, there's one seat behind me paying $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 for that seat, and I'm getting paid to be there. So it's like,
Right.
I didn't seen the best of the best. Your favorite NBA star, I didn't bump into him by accident walking in the hallway for real. So, like that's always my experience. So
I hear that. Go ahead, Tim.
So for my young guys, right? So I just like to know like different routes, right? So is that you get pretty well, right?
yeah,
I don't
once
need no number, but
I
yeah.
said it. Listen, yes, but it can be rough because I'm a freelancer. Anything you do freelancing, I always tell people you come from like most people they know the 9 to 5, going to work, do this. I know my schedule. I know I'm getting paid every week, every 2 weeks. Freelancer, if you ain't busy, you're not getting paid. So it's like
Right.
that's why you listen. It teach you. That's why you gotta grind. Like because
Right.
if you ain't busy, you ain't getting paid. So and then I might work. Like I said, that check from last night probably won't come till next month. So you gotta make sure you keep your head on this month. That
Right.
way you see the benefits of it the next month, and then I'm grinding next month so I can see it the month after that. So it's a little tedious, but
Right.
keep my head
See,
up.
yeah.
Keep me afloat though. Yeah.
Right. I definitely appreciate that because I feel like what I'm saying, young kids they be trying to figure out routes, what I'm saying, to make money and don't understand each lane. So by you saying that, what I'm saying, like it gives them a better understanding. Like, hey, look, you know, it's fun
Yeah.
going to these games, but you know what I'm saying, the checks don't come like right after the game. You know what I'm saying? They
Right. It's
come,
net, yeah,
you know
net
what I'm saying?
60, net 90. But like I said, it's a grind. And
Right,
but like talking about the young kids, I will say I always like I enjoy talking to them because most people think like how I'm gonna make it out. I'm a hoop. I'm gonna play football, and like I said, my first line to them is I'm always front row. I'm right there, and I'm
right,
getting paid to do the same thing. So it's only a very small percentage that actually make it to the league as athletes, and now I'm
right,
making it to every league with a
right.
camera on my shoulder. You feel me? So I'm out there at every top sporting event. So it's ways to get to the league.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Kids, make sure y'all take that wise wisdom from Tim and Jerrod, man. Like it's more than one way to just get to the league. You can
For
you can
sure.
be for example, journalism. I know that's a dead trait in America, but you can be a journalist and cover the team. You can be a beat reporter and cover a team. You can
Exactly.
you can be a cam operator and cover a team. You can be, I know most men look at this as kind of being funny. You can be not a physical, you can be a trainer too.
Physical therapist, trainer. Yeah, you're right.
Therapist. You can be a doctor. They have team doctors, whether it's baseball, NHL, NBA, NFL, etc. So
Yeah,
it's
and they
definitely
sitting
more
right there on the sideline. The first
getting
person
paid.
you saying LeBron get rubbed down before every game. Who you think I do that? I don't know.
Same
I
thing,
always say I watch the Ravens game, and it's the same guy. He's sitting there with Lamar jacket. As soon as he come on the sideline, somebody gotta do that. Like, man, you
exactly.
traveling with the team every week. I don't even know what that title is, but he got Lamar jacket every week. That's a job.
It's a guy that I think it might be the same guy that took his hat off. So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly. Give me a
yeah.
helmet. Take this. You have to
know
go
your
to a
stuff.
game.
Yeah, let's make a trade.
Exactly. You get there early. It's coaches. That's your job. Test the helmets. Make sure I can hear. Make sure the communication in the helmet
Yeah.
work. That's your job. And they take that. They're like, yeah, I started in the basement. That's what I started doing. 30 years later, I got a head coaching job. Like, you never know what route.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You gotta get in the door for real.
You're right about that. Absolutely. What one event? Maybe I shouldn't say one. So I'll just say, what events have you not done that you want to do? Sporting events, obviously.
Yeah. Like, I guess like the next step, I gotta do a World Series for the baseball people. Maybe I can catch the Olympics when they come back around. Fly me out to LA. I would love to do the Olympics. That'd be great. and then of course Super Bowl. I
Okay.
get to a Super Bowl,
Okay.
so that's always like the mecca.
Got you. What is there any? I know I'm being a little bit specific here, but is any dream state you would love to do Super Bowl in? Because again, like I said, by majority being your work being on the East Coast, I'm sure you love to get out Midwest and West and see what's up. So
Yeah, anything like I said, like going back, like with the Olympics coming up. Like I used to always say, like, oh, I'm gonna hit the road and I'm gonna move out LA. I got work out here, so I'm good out here. But if they can send me out LA to work, sunshine and trees, I do it.
got you. Oh wait, Tim, I'll let you in with the last one.
Yeah, so my last one would be like, so as a freelance photographer, camera work. So like, do you like set like many goals for yourself? Like, so like, say like, say like you want to do a certain amount of events a month. You know what I'm saying? So like the way, like you said, it's not check to
Yeah,
check, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta grind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you like position
you
yourself.
gotta
You have
grind.
like a certain system. You know what I'm saying? To position yourself in a certain way.
Right. Yeah, I would ideally, yeah, like it'd be nice if like be like I know I'm gonna work 30 games a month or something like that. But I will say me personally, I done listed what I've done a lot, but I'm actually still newer in the game.
Okay,
So it's a
gotcha.
totem pole. So yeah, I'm still fighting for spots. So yeah, if I can get shit, 3 games a week, like 2, 3 games a
Uh-huh.
week, especially different seasons, work is different. Like you call me in the summertime, I'm packed because it's baseball. We got 2 teams in this area. They play
Gotcha.
Orioles home, Nationals home. So I'm literally might not see anybody in the summertime. Wintertime is a lot slower because we just got the DC teams. And if they
Okay.
on so it's the same amount of people fighting for the spot. So in the wintertime, I'm like, I at least need 1 or 2 games a week. Try to keep me up.
Gotcha.
Or I'm finding something else somewhere else. As I said, listen, call me. I'm going to New York. I'm back there next Sunday. Like that's draining, but that's where the money at. And that's where I'm gonna go.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Well, you first hopped on. You said you played baseball at Calvert Hall. Speaking of baseball, the World Series is going on. You obviously
Yes,
have
sir.
camera operated several baseball games, Orioles and Nationals. Dodgers currently are up 2-0. Game 3 is tonight, Monday. What's your thought process on that series so far? And who do you give the advantage to right now? Obviously, the Dodgers up 2-0. So
Right. So I mean, they gonna have the advantage. They stack top to bottom. I mean, but so is the Yankees. But true baseball fan, true Oriole fan, I'm gonna never, ever root for the Yankees. So like, I'm going for the Dodgers either way. You know, I'm going for the Dodgers. I can't root for the Yankees. Even like I was just up at Yankee Stadium last month. I was like, it's nice up there, nice fans, I say blah, but I'm rooting for the Dodgers. And I don't know. I'm one of the ones like love to see everybody like this. The stars is in line, and you know. But I'm like, these are 2 teams that like pay for their roster, so it ain't.
no,
All
I
right.
got
That's the thing.
Like I watched game 1, and then it was like whatever. Like whoever win, congratulations. But I ain't too excited about this World Series.
I got you. Yeah, they these are definitely the 2 highest payroll teams in the league. Dodgers in the NL, Yankees in the AL. So yeah, you could definitely say they pay for their rosters. Me and Tim made our World Series predictions before it started. I took the Yankees in 7. Tim, I think you took the Dodgers in 6, right?
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it could it's looking that
Yeah,
way.
it is. Yeah, we can see how they look in New York with the crowd.
Don't
It's
feel
been
yeah.
back and forth, so that's a good thing. It's been back and forth. Game 1 was probably one of the best World Series games you're gonna see.
Yeah.
The way that ended, so I'm glad I did watch that. And after that, I'm like, all right, that's the excitement right there. That's probably after that's going
Dwindle down.
to go
One of that.
downhill.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
sorry.
Well, game 3, game 4, and game 5 is in New York. So hopefully the Yankees can come around and do something. I expect this to be hopefully a 7-game series just because, like you said, the star power. The Dodgers got star power. The Yankees got
Yeah,
star power. So you want to see that maximum star power play out and for a 7-game
go
series.
all the way. That's where the money. They're gonna make more money going 7. I think the Yankees gonna take at least 2 of these 3 games.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Because if not, they done.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. The series could definitely end in New York. LA, next time LA go home, they could be doing a parade. So
correct. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they might pull out tonight. They ain't gonna pull out tonight. But
hopefully. Fingers
like
crossed.
I said, like that is blasphemous for me to say. So,
That's like Tim saying something nice about the Commanders. Speaking of the Commanders, I know you said that you were. I know you said you worked a couple Ravens games. Have you ever done any Commanders games?
No, yes, yeah. Not this preseason. So I only do preseason games because football is complicated when it comes to television.
Gotcha.
But I did at least one of the last 2 seasons. So
Okay,
I didn't get to see Jaden in person yet.
I was going to ask you about Jay.
Maybe next year.
So hopefully you'll get a chance to see him next year in person. But what are your obviously I know you watch football. What are your thoughts on Jaden Daniels so far? Commander 6-2, first place in their division.
Hey, looking. I mean, the record alone just tell you he doing something right. I mean, you look at that play last night. I mean, he just keeping his head up and making the play, and he looking great for a rookie. It's funny. They talk about like how bad the first picks have looked, and then the second picks have looked good. Even though Caleb looking all right in Chicago too this year, but at first it was like these second picks got it, but now he looking better than I even think than Strauss was looking in Houston last year. Like he got it.
Go ahead, Tom.
Nah, I agree. He definitely started off because Stroud picked up like middle of the season last year.
Yeah.
You feel me? He ain't come out the gate, you know what I'm saying? Daniels came out the gate and was doing this thing. So like I definitely agree with that. Like Shorty cool. I still think they like a year or two away. I still don't really believe in that defense. But he gonna keep producing though. I think he gonna produce.
Correct. I will say, like, I don't, like you said, a year or two, but I don't know how far they're gonna go. But I think I know they got that quarterback. They can,
exactly.
Because that's what they've been looking for. They were looking for the quarterback. They got that quarterback for a long time now, so now they can start building around them. I'm like you. I ain't gonna wish him well, but it's good to see. It's good to see a young black kid doing well. Anyway,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
I'm not wishing them well. I'm wishing him well. But
absolutely. Well, it started with obviously drafting him, but it also started before that with the change of ownership from Daniel Snyder to Josh Harris and Magic Johnson. We know Magic Johnson. Anything he touches, usually you have a winner dealing with sports, whether it's the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Sparks back in the day, etc. So, Jaden Daniels, he a hell of a player. That throw, that Hail Mary throw, that was more to me. It was a great throw, but that was more bad defense on the Bears because you should bat the ball down if anything.
Absolutely.
But I can't take away the play. The play was made. That's a hell of a play. And a play like that, Tim, I said this about the Falcons early in the season. When you find ways to win and you win games you're not supposed to, like being lucky is not a bad thing. And they got luck on their side. And that's a good thing. Luck can ride you. You can ride momentum. You can ride momentum with luck to however far you want to go. So,
I mean, on the flip side, look who unlucky and these Baltimore Ravens, the 3 in the same, you feel me? So it's like we a team, a great team, but we just it ain't luck. So and when last time we won, against the Broncos during that run, that was a lot of luck.
Yeah, it was a lot of luck.
You need the luck. We ain't got it this year. I hate to say it.
You need it. Speaking of the Baltimore Ravens, tough one on the road Sunday at Cleveland. What's your thought process on that game?
Man, the whole day was just a struggle for me anyway because I'm in New York trying streaming on my phone. I ain't had no signal, so I'm just updating Twitter trying to see what's going on. I tweet fuck Eddie Jackson like it's like all right, so is something going on? Tucker missing another field goal. It's just something. And I know we missing top 2 corners, but like something got to change with the defense.
Absolutely.
It's definitely that's where we got to start because offense, even though we struggled yesterday, they always gonna have a day off. But like defense gotta make stops.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I just think overall they all went out for Halloween Saturday night. They was all in costumes partying clearly because they wasn't ready to play Sunday. But I think that's all. Again, that's hardballing them. I don't think it's something where he don't get them up for lesser talent. And it's been a problem for years. They play down the teams. You lose to the Raiders and the Browns in the same season. That ain't supposed to happen when you talent-wise probably one of the best team in the league. Like it's crazy.
Nah, you definitely got that point. What makes it so so bad, me and Tim was saying this, is that the AFC is really lackluster. So once you get past Kansas City and Buffalo, now it's like, do you mention the Steelers? Do you mention? I mean, obviously, I think the Ravens are better than the Steelers. We'll obviously find that out in a couple of weeks. But do you mention this after the Ravens? Do you mention the Steelers? Do you mention the Texans? The Texans winning, but they struggling a little bit. So AFC is definitely lackluster, but the Ravens, they definitely gonna have to improve that defense. I'm sure my co-host can elaborate on that a little bit more because he's been crying about that the whole season. He's been right. The defense is terrible. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, man. I really hate to say I told him so, but like, yeah, that's why I said like I'm a fan of the Eagles, but I could also be objective of the Eagles because you know what I'm saying. Like I'm watching it for because we not everybody, but some teams got Super Bowl dreams, right? So it's like one of them things like. What can this team do to make the Super Bowl? Like what's holding us back? And I've been saying this even when the Ravens went on that 5-game winning streak, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we definitely going to the Super Bowl." I was like, "Yo, the defense isn't good though." Like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all winning the games, but like yo, that defense gotta improve. Like And to me, they never get a pass rusher. Like they never get a pass rusher. The secondary, I think Marlon Humphrey, his best days over. I know he ain't played the other day, but his best days over to me. I think he's a great tackler. I just don't think his coverage versus like shifty, speedy receivers. I think that always gives him trouble. And like so with the lack of the pass rush, and then like the secondary not as good as it was last year because y'all lost a lot of pieces, which I was trying to explain to Ravens fans, but they ain't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it's Super Bowl of Bus. We don't want to hear that. Super Bowl of Bus, regardless.
They don't want to never hear the sound logic. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Because this is why Ravens fans crack me up, right? So, the Chiefs on there, Andre Hopkins last week, right? This is all I kept saying. Oh, they did that so they could beat us. I'm like, yo, maybe I'm tripping.
They did. The Chiefs did play the Ravens. The first game of the season.
Yeah. Like and they. So y'all think they worried about y'all and they beat like that's and all of them was saying like yo man, I think it's something in the water, yo. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I would like to talk to the water people and just see like is it something something in our water that we might got the Detroit Flint water. Something is not in something in our water, bro. Cause like there's no way they really be thinking this stuff they be saying. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to be a fan, but like we got
in our defense. Right, you gotta be realistic. Our defense, the way we've been looking on that 5 run, like what you said, is defense holding us back. Because the offense, like at this point, we was looking them 5 weeks, we outscored everybody.
Exactly.
So they like, okay, KC need to pick up because KC ain't been looking good. They just been winning. They ain't been looking good, and we literally outscored everybody except for yesterday when the offense had a day off, and that's when the defense got to pick it up. But like you said, when you got defense is struggling. They've been struggling all season. Then you lose the top 2 corner. Yeah. So it's like.
And that was my fault. And that was my whole thing. It's like, yo, I get it, yo, y'all fans, yo, but just listen to what I'm saying. Like, I ain't knocking the offense. Like, the offense actually playing better than what I thought they would. I still don't believe in I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I still don't believe in Rashad Bateman. That's y'all problem. Zay Flowers. I don't believe he can be like your best receiver and you win a Super Bowl, but we'll see. But like the tandem of Lamar and Henry is much better than I thought and quicker than I thought. So like I definitely gotta salute that. But like that defense is like to be honest, right? So they went on the 5-game winning streak. If we call them a spade, they should have lost to Cincinnati. Yeah, and he don't bother the snap. You know what I'm saying? He don't bother the snap. So like that's why I be like, yo, do they like is people watching these games like or they just click on like Sports Center, see the highlights and be like, oh yeah, we did that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
both. You know like you get a lot of both. You get a lot of those that click on and be like, all right, let me go talk. Let me go talk now. Right.
I was watching this game since the game started. Like,
give me the cliff notes. That's all right.
Exactly.
And in sports, and you know this, Jay, covering games like there, you can't cliff no games. You have to watch the game fully because there's something in the first quarter that happened. Like let's say you don't Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets coach, I forgot his name. He just got his first win yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
that's his name. I don't know his name, but
I forgot his name. So when you like, there's something that could have happened in the first quarter that helped them in the fourth quarter get that win.
Mhm.
Same thing in the NFL, same thing in hockey. I know they don't have 4 quarters in hockey, third intermission, etc. Baseball, 9 innings, etc. So you can't cliff note the game. But my compadre Tim called it right. Tim, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm saying this. Tim does not hate the Ravens. You feel me? He doesn't. For the 1 millionth time, he does not hate the Ravens, but he's right on this, and he deserves credit for it. He said that the Ravens defense will struggle. They lost Mike McDaniel. He's a head coach of Seattle. They lost key defensive players. The safety. He went to Cincinnati. Geno Stone. He did.
Mhm.
Patrick Queen dipped. I'm missing. I know I'm missing like 1 or 2 other guys. So when you lose interior guys, key vital guys on your defense, that's gonna make your defense struggle. And it's a new voice in there with Zach Orr.
Who's
So
never been in this position before.
never been in that. It's gonna take time. So
Right, he my age, I think. Like he's like, all right.
So
Damn,
I just feel like the Ravens, like, again, Tim, fan is short for fanatic. And I think, most of the time they're not really understanding what they see. They just expect them to pick up where they left off from last year. And that's not really how sports is. So
yeah. But we'll see. Let's see. And then it's about adjustments. So what you gonna do next week? How you gonna come back? And that's for every team. But we really gotta figure out.
Well, they play
that market.
They play the Broncos next. They play the Broncos next at home. We won't discuss this game too much on the show today, Tim, but I think the Ravens will win that game against Denver. I think Denver's the right team for them to play, even though I think Denver will play them tough because they got a good defense. But I think the Ravens will get back on track with Denver. And then, we'll see how the season progresses. What do you, as of right now, what would be your Super Bowl prediction?
Hate to say it, KC gonna be back because until they lose, until they lose, how you gonna pick against them? I would love to say us, but we can't. Problem with the Ravens, we can't get out the AFC. If we made the Super Bowl, I think we got it. And if NFC ain't touching the side, Eagles fan, but NFC ain't touching. But KC, all right, who looking good in the NFC? Hey,
you got the Eagles, you got the
Lions.
You got.
I think the Lions been looking good. It might be the Lions shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, throwing that little surprise sleeper Vikings pick, but let's see how good Sam Darnold. See if he keep it up. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Jefferson. He going crazy down there.
Best receiver in the NFL by far. Yeah. So he shows it each and every week. It's guaranteed to get what he needs you to get, whether you bet him in fantasy or parlay. So.
Right.
Justin Jefferson is definitely he is the best receiver by far in my book.
Yes, definitely.
I hate to say this. I picked the Lions before the season starts. I'm gonna ride with them. Before the season started, I picked the Jets. They were mathematically eliminated yesterday when they lost to the Patriots. So I'll have to reconsider who I'm picking for the AFC. But it's hard. I'll just say this. I didn't think Kansas City would go back, and man, they playing bad and they undefeated. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like. What can you do? And everybody gonna be like, it's the rest. I mean, but rest don't call the whole game. They might help, but like if the rest deciding game, then they going. Like, put it like that.
Exactly.
So it's like I ain't gonna be surprised. I would like to see somebody else, but
yeah, the AFC is looking a little lackluster. Tim, I'll let you go after I say this, but yeah, the AFC is definitely looking a little lackluster. So I could as of right now, they are undefeated. So go ahead, Tim.
All right, so I'm gonna go unconventional. I'm gonna say I think Josh and Allen will beat them this year. I'm gonna go Bills.
So if you go unconventional, that means you can't pick the Eagles.
I'm gonna keep it unconventional. Even though they starting to impress me, they starting to know how to play football over there. I ain't gonna lie to you. So if I don't go with them, I will have to. I mean, I gotta go. I'm gonna go Vikings.
Okay.
Because I think they'll get back versus Detroit. I think what I'm saying. I think it's between them. I feel like it's between in the NFC. I feel the Detroit Vikings and the Eagles.
Eagles, okay.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
That's the 3.
San Francisco falling off.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with them beating Dallas. I feel like it was more about Dallas than it was about San Francisco on Sunday night. So, but yeah, I think in my opinion, the AFC, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills, you got the Ravens. I'm kind of on the fence. You remember Ryan Jerrod, big Steelers fan. I'm kind of on the fence about his Steelers, but if they keep winning, then yeah, I mean they got a good defense. They just need the quarterback not to come in and mess it up. So we might have to add them to it. But in the NFC, I think it's a 2-team race. Tim, I'm in love with your Eagles, man. They playing right. That was I think they had the most impressive win yesterday at Cincinnati, because Cincinnati had to win that game to stay in playoff contention, and they steamrolled them from the jump. And then,
I agree.
Secondly, for me, I picked them before the season started. I mean, they scored 51 points yesterday. I know it was against the Titans, but shit, it don't matter.
51, hard to get.
51. So I like
the Titans had more yards. I think I seen that. Then the Titans had more yards or something like that.
Yeah, like Jerrod Goff only threw for like 90 yards.
Yeah.
So crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I would definitely had to add to me the Eagles and the Lions are two best teams. So Jerrod, before we get you up out of here, let's get I know the NBA season just started last week. What's your thoughts on the NBA so far? A weekend.
I've been too busy to watch unless I've been there. I can tell you this: the Wizard store sucks. So
they still.
But they signed my check, so I got ride. With them. Look, the Bucks didn't look good either. Seen them in person last night. They don't look good. Lakers actually look very good.
They did.
So the Suns look okay to me too. But, and then ain't nobody touching Boston. So.
Yeah. What? Were you able to watch that first game, rain night against the Knicks?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Okay, yeah.
Every time I turn it on and with something else. Every time I turn it on, they smacking a three. Turn it up, boom, one in close. I would like to see see what the Knicks gonna bring on this year, and then they said, they say what they say. They say Tatum and Brown coming in butthurt, so like they got something to prove. So
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When the Celtics win the championship, the members of the Celtics organization should send a small ring to Steve Kerr, because he is the de facto reason on why the Celtics are going to do what they need to do. Jaylen Brown on the roster. I know that wasn't Steve Kerr, but Grant Hill decision.
Grant Hill, you send one to him too.
Yeah, send one to him too. And then the fact that they didn't, Jason Tatum was basically like a bench player on Team USA. Yeah, that's all the motivation you need. So I definitely, as of right now, I definitely think the Celtics should repeat. They don't even have Porzingis yet. So
right. If he back, I think I saw something like he might miss most of the season though. So they go and keep playing without. Don't even factor him in. If you get him, it's a plus. But go away. He can't stay out. You don't even worry about him.
You said you saw the Bucks. You said you saw the Bucks. What you said they didn't look good. What to your eye didn't look good about them? Because I've been before you answer that, I've been saying this to people for a while now. I wasn't really sold on the Bucks. So you watched them, you seen them up close and personal. What don't you like about them?
I don't know. Their offense is stagnant. I also think like Middleton is out, so that ain't he ain't play last night. Gary Trent Jr. in there, he don't do nothing but whine. I literally every time I turn around, he talking to the refs like trying to get fouls. I don't know. It's still early, so Dame wasn't really Dame. He ain't Dame time yet. And I mean, Giannis gonna do Giannis things, but who else? That's the question. Who else they got? It's Dame and Giannis. And we established that like it's nice to have two superstars, but that ain't gonna be enough in this league no more. You gonna have to have somebody
role players
to fill in that third, fourth row. And like I said, maybe when Middleton come back, they pick it back up. But they like last night, because the Nets don't have a soul on that team, really. And it wasn't a close game. I know it's early, but the game wasn't close last night.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I just like they ain't look that good to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been saying
it ain't close. Everybody they empty the benches at the end of the game.
Yeah. I was saying, like I said about Milwaukee, I just don't. I don't like the defense that they have. Again, you said Gary Trent Wine. He's more of an offensive player than a defensive player. So if his shots are falling, then he'll play better defense. But if his shots not falling, he's more going to be on the whine and complaining side because the shots not falling. That's what they paid him for. And then, like you said about the third player, when Chris Middleton is out, who's going to be that third player to step up? I know they like Bobby Portis, but Bobby Portis is not a great third option. He might be a fourth option, but not a great third option.
Yeah, he's a good like bully, like hype man, but he's not like I need you every night type player. So
Gotcha.
And then it's Doc Rivers. So
yeah, people.
It's Doc Rivers at the helm. So
when I say this, I'm joking. Everybody loves Doc. They know what Doc is
Right.
going to do. Get you a 3-1 lead and then blow it. So
Exactly.
yeah, get you that. So, well, Jerrod, brother, we want to thank you for coming on, man. You're welcome to come back anytime, man. It's a privilege and an
Sure.
honor to have you on. Thank you for dropping knowledge to the fans and the people who watch the show, man. You're the best, my brother. I can't wait to have you back on again.
Appreciate it. Thank you, fellas. I enjoyed myself.
Appreciate it.
Definitely will be back.
Yes, sir, man. Can't wait to
Yes,
have you
sir.
back.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Highly opinionated. World Series time. I picked the Yankees. Tim picked the Dodgers. Tim looking good so far. He up 2-0 right now. It's still early in the series, Tim. Go Yankees. The Yankees, the game 1 was a classic. Great game. Ended with a Freddie Freeman home run, grand slam home run. That's why the Dodgers got up. And then game 2, the Dodgers just they just were the better team from the jump. I know you picked the Dodgers in 6, but what's your thought process so far in the series? And you still feeling
Man,
good
look,
about the Dodgers in 6?
man, if Aaron Judge don't show up, man, I tell you this, man, Yankees don't win tonight, man. We gonna get them brums, man. We just gonna get them brums. We might as well just sweep them out the building, man. They don't win tonight, man. They gonna need to call. You know that y'all seen that Buffalo Wild Wing commercial when a guy pressed a button to change the weather for the game? That's what they gonna need to
That's
do,
what they
man.
need. They need that.
They gonna need that, man. If they don't win tonight, I have to tell you, man. Judge better have some type of performance. Cause he looking a little shaky, man.
Yeah, the thing is, when Judge don't play good, it really shows out because the Dodgers lineup from 1 through 9 is just ridiculous. And that's the problem with the Yankees. And I knew that picking the Yankees, I still thought the Yankees would take advantage of being there. And it's still early. They haven't played a home game yet.
Right.
Game 3, like Tim said, is tonight. 8:08 Eastern on Fox. All games start at 8:08 Eastern. All games on Fox. Game 4 is Tuesday, same time, Fox. Game 5, Wednesday, same time, Fox, if necessary. And obviously that if necessary is kind of important since the Dodgers are up 2-0. I think the Yankees will find a way to win at least 2 of these home games. They damn sure better if they want to keep their season alive. And like you said, Aaron Judge, need a big game from Aaron Judge. I need Stanton to keep doing what he's doing. Sohei to keep doing what he's doing. So the Yankees' big stars gonna have to come out and play, come out and hit the ball and do what they need to do for the Yankees to win the game. Shohei Ohtani's hurt. He might, so even if he plays, he's not gonna be 100%. So hopefully that works to the Yankees' advantage. You still like your Dodgers in 6?
I like him a six. Still like him a six.
I'm still riding with 7. I still think this series got too much star power. I'm gonna still take the Yankees in 7, but I definitely think just watching the Dodgers obviously are the better team. They have the most talent. Both teams have paid for their rosters as we've heard during this episode. So yeah, man, it's 2 best team, 2 biggest stars. So hopefully the stars can come out and show, man. Hopefully they can come out and do what they need to do. Tim, let's switch over to the NFL. Let's do our week 8 recap. A lot of great action in week 8. A lot of great action. Let's start off with the game of the year. Not because of the play for the first 59 minutes and 50 seconds of the game, but for the last 10 seconds of the game. The Commanders beat the Bears 18 to 15 in an Hail Mary attempt by Jaden Daniels. It was caught by Noah Brown. The Bears had several opportunities to bat the ball down. You guys will be able to see video clips of that as we're speaking on it. Bears had opportunities to knock the ball down. They didn't knock the ball down. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are now 6-2. Bears are now 4-3. Thought process on this game, my brother.
Yeah, this game was. I'm not gonna say it was a defensive struggle, but Washington defense actually did play pretty good. Commanders just couldn't score in the red zone, which is a trend for them. They really don't score in the red zone, which is my knock on them. With Hail Marys, and Tyler saying Hail Marys get caught by bad football. I got a suggestion actually, right? So
What's the suggestion?
people probably don't remember, like, like I remember watching some coaches, they put receivers back there on Hail Mary attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Big receivers, 6'4", 6'3" receivers, just so they knock the ball down. I remember watching Randy Moss knock down 2 Hail Marys before, so I'm just saying I don't get paid nothing for this, but this is adjusting. So because it seems like the DBs don't know not to knock it. First of all, most DBs can't catch the ball, but they want to try to catch a Hail Mary, and then they don't they don't knock the ball down for the Hail Mary. They tip the ball up. So just get one of your big receivers, tell them go back there. Y'all judge the ball anyway more than anybody else. Just go knock the ball down and get the win, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my suggestion.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think teams used to do that. I remember a Hail Mary, and it wasn't an actual Hail Mary, but it was a lateral play when the Patriots had Gronk back there. And then the Dolphins, what they did was they put speed on the field, had Keon Drake basically hit him at an angle. Gronk couldn't make
Yeah.
the tackle, and they scored the touchdown. Not the Patriots out the number one seed that year, if I'm not mistaken. So I can understand that and see that. I just think it was a defensive game for the most part. Caleb Williams was 10 of 24, 131 yards. He didn't play great. DeAndre Swift was the star of the show, 18 attempts, 129 yards and a touchdown. For the Commanders, Jaden Downs was 21 of 38, 326 yards. He had that touchdown at the end. The Commanders really didn't run the ball like that. Brian Robbins had 16 attempts for 65 yards. Daniels had 8 attempts for 52. Eckler had 7 for 52. So, like you said, poor judgment by the Bears. There's a lot of stuff going on. They had a guy, Tyreek Stevenson. He was celebrating before the play. So when you're in situations like that, you got to understand that the game's not over. And anything can you laugh. It's terrible. Anything can happen. And if you look at the camera angle on the Bears sideline before the play was snapped, like you can see Eberflus. You can see. Look at the middle of the field. Tim, I'm trying to be serious. Shit terrible. Look at the middle of the field. The linebackers wasn't even set before the play. That Tyreek Stevenson play. I mean, yeah, like I said, the guy back was turned around. Play was happening. He was the guy that's supposed to bat the ball down. He didn't bat the ball down. And like I said, that game can cost the Bears a playoff spot. They're in the toughest division with the Vikings, the Lions, the Packers. All three of those, well, two of those teams won. The Vikings, we expect to get their mojo together this week. They play the Colts. I know, ladies and gentlemen, we're not picking this game. This is an unofficial pick. This is an official pick. I like the Vikings to beat the Colts. So I think that was a tough game for the Bears to lose. And the Commanders 6-2. I know obviously you think differently, but do you think they're the favorite in that division? I know you like the Eagles, obviously, but think they're the favorite.
Nah, just defensively, I don't believe in the defense enough for them to get enough stops. So no, I don't believe in it. And I think that the tougher part of their schedule is about to happen now.
I do.
If I'm not
I do.
mistaken.
I agree with that. I think the tougher part of that schedule is coming, and I don't believe in that defense either. I think they're a year or two away. We already talked about that. I think they're a year or two away. So I think within the next year or two, they'll definitely be contending for the East and maybe even contending for a Super Bowl appearance in the NFC, as wide open as the NFC can be.
Yeah.
Next game we're going to go over is the Bills and the Seahawks. The Bills went up to Seattle, dominated Seattle 31-10. The game honestly was never that close. Seattle had 3 points in the second quarter. By the time that Seattle scored the touchdown, the Bills had 21. The Bills had 31, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Bills were up 31-3. Seattle scored the last touchdown to make it somewhat respectable. Josh Allen, 24-34, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw his first interception on the season. James Cook, 17 attempts, 111 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Khalil Shakur, 9 catches, 107 yards. Coleman had a touchdown. Amari Cooper had a catch. Dalton Kincaid, Dalton Knox. So I like the weapons that the Bills have. They're playing really well. I think defensively they're the second best team in the AFC now after what Baltimore did at Cleveland. I'm sure we'll find a way to get that into the show at some point somehow. But Josh Allen, right now, you know how this forever changes. Is the front runner to win the MVP. So congratulations to the Bills. The Bills are now, if I'm not mistaken, the Bills are 6-2. The Bills are 6-2. And they're going to run away with their division. The Dolphins are 2-5, and don't get me started on the Jets. So,
Yeah, and put it simple, man. The Bills. I talked about probably the last 2 episodes. Like, I'm looking for an AFC team to start separating themselves, and the Bills are doing that, man. Josh Allen looked prime. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Bills, man. I don't have much to say of the game. And once again, another running back. You know what I'm saying? They look real different with a running game. So,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Bills.
Yeah, the Bills again 6-2, and the fact of me bringing up their schedule, I just want to point out again that they're in. I think I know people want to talk about the NFC South, but I don't think the NFC South is the weakest division. I actually think it's the AFC East. So coming up next, they play Miami at home, and then they play at Indianapolis, and then week 11 they have that monster game against Kansas City on Sunday Night Football. So no, I'm sorry, that's not Sunday Night Football. That's the CBS game, 425 game. I'm sorry. So they we'll see how good Buffalo really is in the next few weeks. Dolphins at Colts, and then obviously that monster game with Kansas City. Last game we're going to go over is we both got this one wrong. We both took the Cowboys, sadly. But the 49ers, man, they just own the Cowboys. Whether they got their full roster, half their roster, 1/3 their roster, or none of their roster. They just own the Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys 30-24. Big game for Brock Purdy. Big game for George Kittle. George Kittle, 6 catches, 128 yards and a touchdown. By the way, George Kittle, you won me my fantasy league. Thank you, George Kittle. Brock Purdy, 18-26, 260 yards, a touchdown pass. The 49ers had numerous players rush the ball. Mason ran. Pearsall, the rookie wide receiver from Florida, got shot. He had a big run for 39 yards. Brock Purdy had more rushing yards than the Cowboys. That's all you need to know. This 49ers team is now 4-4, and they are in a tricky NFC West. Shout out to Arizona Cardinals. They are 4-4 in first place in that division. 49ers right behind them. Seattle right behind them. And the Rams. That division is really up for grabs. All 4 teams have a chance to win that division. Your thought process on this Cowboys and 49ers game, my brother?
Yeah, man, the Cowboys just like the run game, man. So
Yeah, they do.
hey Jerry, look, man, I can get y'all about 4 or 5 games. Just call me. You need a running back. I got you, Jerry. Just you know what I'm saying. Give me about $500,000.
You know that would be good, but the problem is the running backs on their team only can give them 4 or 5 games right now. That's the problem that they got. So they got.
Yeah, well, I mean we can curse until I get all the way in shape. Yeah, we alternate until I get all the way back to shape. But yeah, call me Jerry, because that's really y'all problem. We know y'all gonna pass. Everybody know y'all gonna pass the ball. Like you're not gonna beat nobody knowing you're gonna pass the ball. And then 49ers still don't look that good to me, but they're good enough to still beat y'all. So shout out to 49ers, man.
Yeah. I to me, that game Sunday night was more about the Cowboys. Even though the Cowboys were missing star players, Lawrence and Parsons, they still had the opportunity to win the game. I thought they could have won the game, but the 49ers just own them, man. That's just really what it comes down to. They own them, and when you own a team, you can win with people, you can win without people. And they found a way to win without McCaffrey, Ayuk, Jennings, a lot of guys. If the 49ers had that as for roster, they might have put 50 on the Cowboys last night.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
we don't talk that much about the Cowboys on this show for obvious reasons. They're not that good. Do you think their fortunes could change throughout the season where they can make a little run to the playoffs, or you think they'll just be middle of the road for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, they gonna be middle road team. Like they gonna play good versus the NFC East team. You know what I'm saying? Because it's familiarity there, but you know what I'm saying? They not making the playoffs.
Dallas, I've never rooted for you more in my life than this week. Go down there and beat them dirty ass Falcons for me, please. I need it. I need it bad. Let's do our week 8 takeaways. As always, my brother, you go off. You start us off.
Man, so I ain't into the guns and nothing like that, right? So you got with AR-15, right?
AR-15, yes sir.
AR-15. So my boy Anthony Richardson for the Colts, he like an AR.2, man. He not even a gun with bullets. You know what I'm saying? He's unarmed. He unarmed. So
you said my man Anthony Richardson shooting blanks. I got you.
He shoot. That boy is him and Levis, man. They knocking it out for worst quarterback in the league. Only thing Anthony Richardson got on Levis is he make one big pass a game for 50 yards. But other than that, that man was 10 of 32 yesterday. Like I don't know what they saw in him. I don't know what made him think that was the answer. But yeah, Anthony Richardson, his play's been lackluster. Flacco has been better than them. I would start Flacco and just sit him for the rest of the year personally. My next take is, man.
Before you give your next take, him being 10 for 32, that wasn't even the worst thing he did. The worst thing he did was tap out of the game. That was
Oh
literally
yeah,
the worst thing
yeah.
I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't even want to. I don't even want to touch on that because I'll be talking for an hour just on that particular mindset like that. Boy, yeah, I can't even talk about that. So I'm gonna
Gotcha.
leave that
Gotcha.
alone because
Gotcha.
I just, yeah, I gotta leave that one alone.
I
Uh,
got you. I got you.
my next take is mine. The Bills have been playing like the Renters do. That's all it take is, man. The Bills, man. You know what I'm saying? They look hungry. They look like, oh, the AFC wide open. Look, man, the Chiefs, they beatable. And I know Baltimore killed us, but I mean, I would like to see that again. I don't think that's really what y'all are now. So, you know what I'm saying? Bills, they playing like the rent do, man. So shout out to Bills. I think Josh Allen gonna keep doing this thing. And they gonna make a serious run. My next takeaway. Hey man, y'all ain't been talking about us. I ain't been talking about the Eagles, but them Eagles they flying under the radar, man. We ain't nobody saying too much. I keep saying stuff they don't think that we real contenders. That's fine. I like that. Don't keep not talking about us. I like it. We 5-2. Don't get talked about. Jalen Hurts ain't turned the ball over in 3 weeks, boy. I said, man, we look good when the boy don't turn the ball over. So yeah, I'm
Big
liking what
win.
I'm saying.
Big win, 37-17 on the road at Cincinnati. And I felt, when I said earlier, I felt like that was the best win of the day. Shout out to the Eagles.
Definitely. And I need. Hey, so Adam, when we do this one right here, I need that. You know how they pan on Stephen A. when he talked about the Cowboys. Pan on me right now. Hey Ravens fans, y'all believe me yet? Y'all, y'all, y'all in that wet dream phase. I told y'all. I was just waiting. I ain't say nothing because
I was just waiting. I was just waiting.
I was just waiting. That was just the build up of the wet dream. You know, you sleep. What I said, that wet dream when you sleep and everything good, boy. It's just you start to you wake up. Like I said, man, that's when y'all know the real now. That defense ain't good. Like I've been telling y'all, but I'm a hater. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Like that's gonna be y'all downfall. And I didn't have y'all when we did our predictions before. I didn't have y'all making the playoffs. Yeah, yeah. Y'all might not. Y'all still might not make it.
Mm.
Just because I don't even y'all to me y'all would have to win the division, and I don't know if y'all better than the Steelers yet. I still gotta watch more of Russell Wilson, but I don't know if y'all better than the Steelers yet, honestly, because y'all defense is like really bad. Like everybody scores 20, 22, 23 points plus on y'all. Other than that Bills game, I think Bills only scored 10. Other than that Bills game, I'm pretty sure everyone has scored 23 plus. Y'all defense not fair. That's really the hardest. So like Lamar and them, they could do whatever they. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he prime. If y'all do make it, he might have a good playoff game, and the defense be the letdown. You know what I'm saying? Normally it's vice versa. So hey man, that wet dream starting to come. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to come to fruition. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. But once
Words,
again, I know.
words that
Once
I thought
again,
I'd never hear on this show is wet dream, and they about to come. I never thought I'd hear those words, ladies and gentlemen. Just never thought I'd hear them.
hey,
Never thought I would.
hey, you like how I did that, right? Because
Yeah, I like. I
that
love it.
was that was
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Tim. Joshua Walker does not supply or support that message. No, I love no you, bro. Listen, I joke with you, but you're right. The defense is terrible, and you know we adding fun to it. Wet dream and come and all that. They can't stop a nosebleed. They can't stop shit. They can't stop nothing. The defense is gonna hold them back, and that's one of the big issues with the team. And my brother, I love you for it, bro. You've been calling this out since day one. You said about the defense since day one. This ain't no week 8. Tim just late to the party. Tim been talking about this. I know there's no such thing as week 0. Tim was talking about this in production meet before y'all even knew Highly Opinionated was coming out. He was talking about it. So I gotta give him credit. That's why, again, I think this brother's the best co-host in the game. I mean, he was on it with the Ravens defense. Now, I disagree with you about them might not making the playoffs because I think the AFC, like you said, is a little lackluster.
yeah.
Big game this week. They have a big game this week against Denver. If they win that game against Denver, they're the best wild card now. You get what I'm saying? Like them and
Yeah, that's
Denver,
what I'm saying. Wild card. Yeah.
they have the wild card. The division, I will give you. I was mentioning the Steelers. I'm not going to mention the person's name. That person will come on the show in the next few weeks to let them talk about the Steelers. They don't believe in the Steelers. I do. I think the Steelers. You give them a good defense. They have a good defense. They have one of the top 2, top 3 coaches in the league. Now you just have to have them with a good quarterback. Justin Fields is good. Russell Wilson is good. So they're going to win either way. Now Wilson is better than Fields, but still. So I think the Steelers are a contender. But yeah, man, Tim, you're right, man. That wet dream, that defense, they're gonna make you come quick and fast. So yeah, man, that definitely didn't that defense definitely needs some improvement. My observations for week number 8 in the NFL. Let's start off with this. Mess around, keep playing. Arizona Cardinals might win the NFC West. This Arizona team, a good friend of mine, shout out to you, uncle. You know who you are. I know you watch every week. You picked them to win the NFC West, and I thought it was a little bit premature. I thought Arizona could make the playoffs. But the way this Arizona team is playing, they remind me of Detroit 2 years ago when they're starting to emerge, starting to get things right. They got Max Mountain on the defensive end, cornerback. I like him. They obviously got Budda Baker in the secondary. They got some guys. They got some offensive weapon. Kyler Murray in that game, I'm having the brain fart of who they played. Who did Arizona? Miami. They got the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. That is the Marvin Harrison Jr. that I know. Go up, make contested catches, and show that you're the best receiver in that draft class. So for me, I love what I'm seeing from Arizona. Hopefully they're physical, grind out, grimy team. I felt like the game that really got them right was your Chargers. Because your Chargers wanted to play two physical type styles. I felt like that game can propel them for later on in the season. And like I said, mess around. Arizona might win the West, man. Keep playing with them. I'm not going to harp too much on this. The Eagles had the best win of the day. For them to go at Cincinnati to beat Cincinnati by 20 in a game that Cincinnati had to win, thoroughly impressed. Jalen Hurts played well. Like my compadre Tim said, my co-host Tim said, compadre, co-host, same thing. Like my partner Tim said, man, Jalen Hurts has been playing great football, running well. He ran for 3 touchdowns yesterday, threw the ball 20 times. I know my compadre does not like ground and pound. Damn, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just give you the stats on Jalen Hurts threw the ball 20 times. Saquon ran the ball 22 times. Jalen Hurts ran the ball 10 times. Shipley ran the ball twice. And Gainwell ran the ball 5 times. They ran the ball for almost 40 times and let Jalen Hurts throw the ball 20. Ladies and gentlemen, you can win that way. Run to set up the pass will get you to where you need to be. Good win by the Eagles last night. Good best win of anyone in week 8 was the Eagles. Baker Mayfield, I love you, bro. You're having a good year. If you look at the numbers, you're having a good year. You need to stop throwing interceptions. You're not good enough without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin to be throwing these fucking interceptions. Stop throwing these picks. You lead the lead in touchdown passes, bro. You're having a good year. But you can't turn the ball over without Mike and Chris Godwin. That game yesterday with the Falcons, I'm not going to say it came down to a turnover. I'm not going to say it came down to your turnover. It should have came down to a bonehead play by Kyle Pitts because that should have been a fumble by Antoine Winfield Jr. I digress. Y'all know what play I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you'll see it on Twitter or Facebook, wherever you see plays at. But Baker, you can't turn the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over without your best weapons and expect to win. The Falcons now have a 2-game lead in that division, and they have the head-to-head game. So in order for Tampa Bay to win, they have to have a better record. Sadly, I'm gonna be out of 50. Well, sadly, I'm gonna be out of $100 because I bet you 50 and I bet somebody else 50. But that's all right. I'm gonna get my money back one way or another. I'm still riding with you, Tampa, but Baker, stop turning the ball over so goddamn much. You're having a good year. No one can deny that you're not having a good year. You cost in the game against Baltimore. That interception to Bucky Irvin turned the game. The Ravens should have been down 17-0 before they even got back on the field. My last takeaway. I picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl. I'm a fucking idiot. The Jets will always be the Jets. And it's okay. We all make mistakes, but God damn it. They lost to the Patriots with Jacoby Brissett. Not even with the rookie, with Jacoby Brissett as the starting quarterback. Tom Brady, I owe you an apology. I always knew you was the greatest quarterback ever. Bro, there is no comparing you to anybody at any point. I thought that Aaron Rodgers could still play. I've been fighting this whole time when you called him Cat Rooney and all he can't, he old and all this and all that. Aaron, look, bro. You a hell of a player. Let's wrap it up, bro. Let's take it on home. Let's wrap it up. The Jets suck. They fired the head coach. They thought it was him. They went out. They fired the offense coordinator. They thought it was him. They went out and got Devontae Adams. They thought it was him. Like, bro, you're running out of options. Aaron Rodgers, you're a hell of a player. I think you're not a top 5 quarterback, but you're one of the 5 best quarterbacks I've ever seen. It's over. The Jets stink. The Jets suck. They might beat the Texans on Thursday because that's more about the Texans being an average team. I know they're winning games, but they're an average team. But this Jets team ain't going nowhere. They suck. And I feel like a damn idiot picking them to go to the Super Bowl. Seriously, a fucking idiot. I mean, like, they just suck. They lost, again, I'm sorry. They lost to the Patriots, who are not trying to win. Woody Johnson should fire his damn self. He won't do that. The Jets fucking stink. Here we go. The Jets are fucking ass. There we go. They ass. And I picked them. I know some of y'all watching the show like, man, we can't even forgive you for picking the Jets. How are we gonna listen to you, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know why. Just hold on. We all do bad things in life. Ladies that watch this show, you might have picked the wrong dude. Fellas that watch this show, you might have picked the wrong woman. I picked the wrong person. I'm sorry. The Jets suck. Making me out here look bad, man. Fuck the Jets. Ass. They ass. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. You watch a Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Highly Opinionated. Week 9, fastly approaching in the NFL. Let's preview these games real quick, my brother. Let's start off with the Chicago Bears coming off that tough game at Washington. Tough defeat. They travel to Arizona. They play the Arizona Cardinals Sunday at 4:05 Eastern. That game, ladies and gentlemen, is on. I am pulling it up now. That game is on Fox. No, I'm sorry. That game is on CBS. 4:05 Eastern. Bears at Cardinals. Who you like?
Man, this is an interesting game. The Bears are coming off of what I would say is a heartbreaking loss. The Cardinals are coming off a high with a late field goal to win the game versus Miami with in Tua's return. Cardinals at home. Caleb Williams paints his nails.
Oh my God!
Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals at home. Give me the Cardinals at home.
I've never heard nobody decide about picking a game. He paints his nails. I'm taking the Cardinals too, not because Caleb Williams paints his nails. I just think Arizona's a better team. I think Arizona's getting to that, like I said last segment, Arizona's getting to that ground and pound, that smash mode. I think Kyler Murray is a better quarterback right now than Caleb Williams. I like Jonathan Gannon as the head coach, defensive coordinator calling plays on the defensive side. Give me Arizona to keep their momentum going. Give me Arizona to get to 5-4 and still be in first place in the NFC West. The next game we're going, speaking of the NFC West, big game in the NFC West. You have the 3-4 LA Rams at the 4-4 Seattle Seahawks Sunday at 4:25 Eastern. That game is on Fox. This game is a huge game. NFC West. The NFC West, you have the 4-4 Arizona Cardinals, 4-4 San Francisco 49ers, 4-4 Seattle Seahawks, and then you have the 3-4 Rams. So this division is tight. It's clustered. It's jammed up. As far as this game, I am going to take the LA Rams. I think the LA Rams are the better team. I think the Rams started off slow. They had injuries on the offensive line. They had injuries to their best receivers. They got Cooper Kupp back the last game. They got Puka Nacua back the last game. That offensive line is starting to get healthy. So give me the LA Rams to go to Seattle and beat Seattle.
Yeah, for me, man, Seattle, they're just not consistent enough. And excuse me. And with DK Metcalf injured. I don't know the extent of his injury, but I don't know if he's playing this week as well. Seahawks just, I don't know. The 12 man, I don't think it's a 12 man like it used to be. The Rams look like they about to go on a run just based off what's going on in that division. I still think they can actually win the division. I think they're better than the Cardinals as well. So give me the Rams to win the game.
It's gonna be a light betting week for me versus you this week. Goodness gracious. We agreeing. Okay. Last game. Before we get to the last game, the Rams again, like you said, the Rams. I just think they're a better team and they're more consistent when at their best than Seattle is. So,
Yeah,
and without Metcalf, like you said, I don't think Seattle offense is ran differently without him being on the field. He has the attention of majority of people in the secondary and the defense, all the defensive players as well, but mainly the people in the secondary. They're looking at Metcalf. So we both like the Rams. The game of the day in the NFL: 6-1 Detroit Lions at the 6-2 Green Bay Packers. Lions are favored by 3.5. This game is on Fox at 4:25. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi on the call. Who you like?
So Love got injured last week. I don't know the
He
extent of
did
that
get.
injury fully. So I don't know if he's playing or not. I don't personally. I'm not gonna say I don't think it would have made a difference, but I don't think the way he turning the ball over, uh, and the way he turning it over. If he is playing, I think it'll be a route. I think it'll be Lambeau gonna be rocking. I think it's definitely gonna be a good game. It should be a good game, but the Lions special right now. They on like a tear right now. I don't see the Packers beating them. Defensively, they're good, but I like they like a bend but break don't break defense right now. Like they'll stop you in the red zone. You can move the ball on them. So give me the Lions. I think just golf. Golf is on another level right now at the quarterback position. So I like the Lions.
Smart pick. I picked the Lions to go to the Super Bowl. This is no referendum of me saying they're not going back to the Super Bowl. For me, not saying they're not going to the Super Bowl, I actually think that they are going to the Super Bowl. But I am taking the Green Bay Packers, and I want to give a shout out to one of the best coaches in the NFL who does not get credit, Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur does not complain about who he has. He rides with who he has. He orchestrated an offense for Malik Willis. Malik Willis was playing well. Had you think like, well, damn, why didn't Tennessee hold on to Malik Willis? He can play. So I'm gonna take the Packers at home. I like the Josh Jacobs addition to the team with the running back. I think Green Bay will be more physical. I think this Detroit team, they are a good team, but I think you can run on them. So I think the Packers will lean on to that. And if Malik Willis is playing, I think they'll lean into that along with him. But for me, only thing they need to do is just have, like you said, Jordan Love stop turning the ball over. If Jordan Love stop turning the ball over, this Packers team can go far. But they need him to stop turning the ball over. So I'll take the Packers at home. I think they'll run and play good defense, and they'll win this game somewhere like 24-21, 27-24, something like that. So last week we had the NBA season open up. The Boston Celtics, the defending NBA champions, they earned their rings. They destroyed the Knicks opening night. Your Lakers are 3-0. LeBron got those guys. Well, I should say AD and LeBron. AD has been the best player. So let's do a little NBA rapid fire real quick. It's been a week so far in the season. Who's been your positive surprise so far in this season?
Right now, I had to go with the Lakers starting 3-0. I didn't know if JJ Redick would be able to get them to adapt how he wanted to play this quickly. I think Anthony Davis has to be the best player on the floor. And LeBron has to like close games, pick his spots. So for me, it would be the Lakers at the moment.
Lakers. Okay. Good pick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't fully went into the NBA season yet. We haven't gave our predictions. We'll unveil those in the next few weeks. Let a couple games play out. We'll come out and give you our predictions of what we think going to happen. I don't think the Lakers are a great team, but for them, it is pleasantly surprising for them to start 3-0. We'll see how they progress throughout the season. For me, my pleasant surprise is actually the Clippers. I was unknown about what I get from the Clippers without PG and Kawhi Leonard. Clippers are currently 2-1. They lost to the Suns in a game I felt like they should have won. They were up in the fourth quarter and had the opportunity to win the game. But James Harden, Zubac, Norman Powell, these guys are coming to play. Kevin Porter Jr., Chris Dunn, Kai Jones, etc. So I'm pleasantly surprised by the Clippers. Do I think they're going to win championship? No. But to start the season 2-1 and gain some momentum, it's definitely good for those guys. And again, they got Ty Lue, so we know just like you shout out JJ Redick, shout out to Ty Lue. We know what type of coach Ty Lue is and what he represents. Negative surprise, or something that you thought would be better than what it is now. What would that be?
So I don't know what's going on with Denver, but like they ain't not looking right. What's with Westbrook? I don't know, kid. I don't know, kid. Like, Well, you been around my neighborhood. When you can't shoot, we say you signed a 10-17.
Oh man,
And I mean,
brick squad.
you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know what I'm saying? So right now he signed a 10-17.
He
So
been signed to 10-17. He been signed for them
yeah,
about 10, 15 years.
you ain't lying, but it's at a hard time low right now. So
Yeah,
yeah, Denver actually surprising me how bad they started. Of course, I mean it's early, so you definitely can pick it up, but it's Denver for me.
gotcha. I agree with you on Denver. They have no bench. That's something that I'll keep my eye out on throughout the season. Their bench is terrible. It started 2 years ago when they lost Bruce Brown. Now they lost KCP this offseason. They signed Russell Westbrook. You basically replace two guys with one guy that can't shoot and is not going to play the defense that those guys played. So yeah, Denver, their problem is their bench. But I'm gonna go to. We had Jerrod on earlier. I'm gonna go on to a topic that he talked about the Milwaukee Bucks. I have not been a fan of that move since they traded for Damian Lillard. I think Damian Lillard is a great player. This is not to minimize Damian Lillard, but I don't think Damian Lillard is a missing piece to a championship team. I never thought that. I will never think that. The Bucks play no defense. They have no third option. If you want to say Bobby Portis is the third option, that's fine. But Bobby Portis is not a consistently great third option. He could be your fourth, your fifth option. They miss Chris Middleton. Their window was a couple years ago when they won the championship, and the year after they lost to Milwaukee, they lost to Boston in 7. I felt like that was their window. I'm just not impressed with this Milwaukee Bucks team, and to throw it all on top, they have Doc Rivers as their coach, so you know they're gonna be running the same shit, same stuff they're running now. They're gonna keep running. So I am not impressed with the Milwaukee Bucks at all. I think Denver and Milwaukee have somewhat of the same problems. After their best players, they don't have depth behind their best players, and they're not great defensive teams. So if you're not great defensive teams, that will not help you during the regular season in the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching Highly Opinionated. Best sports show out. For my co-host Tim, for the best producer in the game, Ross, I'm merely Josh. We appreciate you guys for watching. We out. We'll see y'all next week.
Appreciate y'all.